Hello everyone. Today I'm here to show you how IBM watsonx Orchestrate as Agentic AI and ABBYY Vantage as Document AI and ABBYY Timeline as Process AI work hand in hand to transform KYC process, making it much more faster, reliable, and compliant. So without any further delay, let's get started. As you can see on my screen, this is the Smart KYC agent. As soon as I initiate this agent, it welcomes me and guides me through the process. It asks for my details such as my full name as present on the document. Then it asks for my email address for further communication. Once I have entered my email ID and my full name, it then tells me exactly what documents I need to upload along with the unique case ID it has generated for my request. Since I'm already ready with the documents, I have confirmed the same to the agent. Now, before uploading the documents to agent, let me quickly show you the document which I'm going to use for this demo. As you can see on my screen, this is the document which contains my passport, bank statement, and income tax form. These are the sample documents which contains exactly same name as I have entered to the agent. Now, as soon as we have uploaded this document, this Orchestrate automatically seamlessly passes it to ABBYY Vantage for further processing. Now, since as you can see on my screen, we have already received the confirmation from agent that it got the documents. Let me quickly show you the email as well, which we have received for the same. As you can see on my screen, this is the email we got from the agent stating that the processing has been started. And in the email, the case ID it has generated automatically, that is also mentioned. Now in Vantage, as you can see on my screen, the document has been received and Vantage has already started working on this document. Vantage will automatically classify these documents and extract the key fields from the document and make sure that data is accurate and ready for further compliance check. From there, Orchestrate will fetch the details from the ABBYY Vantage. Then it will run on the compliance validations on the extracted data. It will check for further validations such as verifying the name that is present on the document. In fact, checking the expiry date of the ID document, which is the passport, and making sure that it is valid. As you can see on my screen, everything was valid and as expected as required. So the KYC process has been successful, and in fact, Orchestrate agent has highlighted a point, which is that the document ID getting expired soon. Now, let me quickly show you the email which we have received as a confirmation. As you can see on my screen, we have in fact received the email confirmation as well. Now we are not just stopping at this particular point. In fact, agent is sending all the steps that has been performed so far to ABBYY Timeline as well. So now each and every action that is being recorded is sent to Timeline. And as you can see on my screen, in Timeline, we can see the full journey of each and every case, whether it was KYC was completed, rejected, or there was any error. Each and every document, each and every case, how many stages, how many uh, events it went through, each and everything is mapped and presented and visualized in Timeline. In timeline, we can break it down and we can visualize it further. We can see how many KYC requests we have received so far, how many of them were completed and successful. In fact, how many of them were rejected, and how many of them were in error, and there was some error while performing the KYC process. In fact, if you can see on my screen, we can visualize and analyze the data in terms of yearly as well. So we can see on yearly basis in current year, in each and every month, how many requests are we getting through. As you can see, in May we got few requests. Now in September we are getting most of our requests. ABBYY Timeline breaks down your process into different categories, and we can drill down into our business process. So, as you can see on my screen, by leveraging the breakdown feature in ABBYY Timeline, we can highlight where the process is smooth, how and where the KYC has been rejected. Now, there are certain cases where KYC has been sent as error, and there has been some failed cases. Now, to represent the process errors that block the onboarding, that block the KYC process, costing us both money and customers, we can drill down into our process to find those inefficiencies, find those bottlenecks by leveraging one of the features in Timeline. As you can see, Timeline quantifies this impact so that we can see the financial cost and we can plan further improvement. For example, as you can see on my screen, for KYC error, there has been a cost, uh, which is the financial impact. This is the where we get clear compliance evidence, visibility into inefficiencies, and guidance on cost savings. And not just that, in case we have some discrepancy in the name, and in any of the document there was a name mismatch, those possible fraud alerts has also been there in ABBYY Timeline. So as you can see on my screen, we can get the alert as soon as there is a possible fraud detected. So, as you can see, with the help of this integration and with the help of all the three platforms, we can get clear compliance, evidence, visibility, and guidance. So, Orchestrate collects the document, Vantage sees the document, Orchestrate acts on the data provided by Vantage, and then Timeline reflects on all these steps that is being performed. Together, they are transforming the KYC process and making sure it is compliant and faster. Thank you.